As the field is set side by side, Ryan Murphy, Danny Mathis, Randy Nelson, Sterling Kling, Josh Pelkey, Jonas Reynolds, Patrick Kopp, Mike Hathaway. Green flags in the air. We're underway. ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series barrels off into turn 1 for their first of 3 heat races. And they go 3 wide there for a brief moment. Danny Mathis getting the advantage on the outside of turn number 2. That'll move Ryan Murphy to that second spot. Here comes Sterling Kling down to his inside. Kling in that 34C looking to the inside of Ryan Murphy as Mathis will lead lap number 1. They're still side by side for second. Kling to the inside of Murphy. Can't get any bite though down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Now he does off of turn number 2. Sterling Kling moves over to that second spot, move Murphy back to third, but he has pressure. The form of Randy Nelson to his outside, Josh Pelkey to his inside. Nelson almost made contact with the wall, and it will be Murphy and Pelkey making a little contact going on turn number 1. Pelkey to the inside will get past the 7X of Ryan Murphy. Now trying to hold off that 0-star Jonas Reynolds. Reynolds will move into that 5th spot right ahead of the 7X of Murphy. Right now, every single one of these drivers poking around the bottom side of the racetrack, except for that number 9X. That's Randy Nelson up there in the 3rd spot, trying to reel in Sterling Kling and Danny Mathis. Right now, Mathis has about a 2-car length advantage over Sterling Kling, who drives it in deep that time into turn number 3. Race advantage, about a car length now as Danny Mathis almost whipped around in turn number 1. That's going to allow Sterling Kling to look to the inside of his left rear. Kling once again doing battle on the inside. Mathis trying to squeeze him, couldn't quite do it. They will be side by side for a brief moment. It's going to be Mathis though hanging on that spot. By about a half a car length, it's still Mathis out front, followed by Sterling Kling. Battle for 3rd. Josh Pelkey just got around Randy Nelson. The inside, Jonas Reynolds now trying to get past the 9X of Nelson as well, as Nelson has found new home down the bottom side of the racetrack. Jonas Reynolds trying to squeeze his way to the inside of that 9X, moving down the 4th spot, couldn't quite do it. Sterling Kling now goes for the lead once again. Good, strong drive side by side for the top spot. Mathis up top, Kling down low. Give the lead to a Kling as the white flag flies. One more time around for the 34C of Sterling Kling. Last night, if you're out here in the main event, I'd use a slide job to get around Dennis Gall on the last lap. Little extracurricular activities happened between Dennis Gall and Sterling Kling. Sterling Kling finished on the podium. He will win heat race number 1 here tonight for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprints. Josh Pelkey almost got around Danny Mathis, but really Mathis coming home in 2nd, followed by Josh Pelkey, Jonas Reynolds, and Randy Nelson, your top 5. And green flags in the air, we're underway. One driver keep an eye on for this heat race is going to be that number 2, that black entry of Josh Shipley. The Prez didn't have any good luck last night. Always fast to Arizona Speedway. Said he's going to go checkers or wreckers here tonight, try to get one. And a Santan Ford victory lane. And Pete Yurkovich will lead lap number 1, followed by Mason Kiefer that 2nd spot. Tyler Most in 3rd. Top 3 drivers actually broke away from Aaron Jones right now, who's racing his way up to that 8th spot. He's just took over that 4th position. Here comes Josh Shipley in 5th. He's going to look to the inside of Jones off of turn number 4. It's Shipley down low. Aaron Jones, the 22G. That was how they started in row number 4 for this heat race. Still side by side, battling out for that 4th spot. Give it to Aaron Jones right now. He'll drive away off of turn number 2 by about 3 car lengths over Shipley. Just ahead of them, Tyler Moe starting to put the pressure on the number 7 machine of Mason Kiefer. Mason Kiefer, that bright orange machine, former Robbie Allen-owned entry. That 7K of Mason Kiefer as Tyler Most almost whipped it around for turn number 2. Josh Shipley, he looks to the inside of Aaron Jones once again. They go side by side into turn number 3. Josh Shipley drives it in deep. He'll take over that spot. Aaron Jones trying to cross over down the front straightaway back into turn number 1. Jones going to pressure on the number 2 once again. Can't quite get to him. There's Mason Kiefer and Tyler Most have fallen back to this battle for 4th. Right now it's Josh Shipley looking for that 3rd position. Tyler Most has it. Josh Shipley peeked to the outside. Most kind of washed up the racetrack a bit off of turn number 4. Now Shipley's going to look down low. Into turn number 1, Shipley and Most. They go side by side off of 2. Most with a slight advantage down the back chute. Shipley once again, another strong drive into turn number 3. He will take over that 3rd spot. Here comes Mosto trying to cross over down the front straightaway. Can't quite do anything with him though. Josh Shipley has his sights set now on the number 7 machine of Mason Kiefer. Aaron Jones whips it around off of turn number 2. He gets back in the throttle. We stay green. The white flag comes out for the 3 wide Pete Yurkovich. Pete Yurkovich, he has checked out on the fields. This three-car battle for that second spot continues on into turn number 1, led by Mason Kiefer. Shipley made contact with the tail tank of Kiefer. That spun him around. Tyler Most, nowhere to go. Pounds the 7K of Mason Kiefer. Green and white flag are displayed together. We're back on the way for one lap of racing here in heat race number 2. Josh Shipley going to drop the nose down the inside, trying to throw the slide job on Yurkovich. Couldn't quite get up to him. Yurkovich drives away off of turn number 2. Off of turn number 4, that's going to be all she wrote. Pete Yurkovich, he'll drive away by 3 car lengths. He'll get the heat race win over Shipley, Jones, Kala. That's going to be Ryan Order rounding out your top 5 out there. So yeah, I guess you can do a lot of racing out in Indiana. We'll see Bruce St. James around the Midwest. As green flag flies, we're underway. Heat race number 3. A lot of fast cars in this one, especially those top 3 right now, as Bruce St. James will take the top spot away from Sean Deskins. Lifts the car up high. That's going to let Stevie Sussex speed down his inside. He'll take over second. As they race into turn number 3, it's going to be St. James and Sussex off of 4. Give the first lap to the 7K St. James. Stevie Sussex in the second spot, followed by Sean Deskins in third. Hernandez right now holding on to 4th, but here comes Joe Shepner in that gray number 17. He peeks through to the inside, the 72 of Hernandez, who holds him off right now going into turn number 3. Out front, no change, still Bruce St. James by about 4 car lengths now in the number 12, Stevie Sussex. Sean Deskins has his hands for it now, that number 20 machine. Falling back to the 72 of Hernandez, who almost went around over Joe Shepner. Shepner able to get on the binders, though, avoid making contact with the 72 of Hernandez. Hernandez gets back on the throttle, hanging onto that 4th spot, and starts to put the pressure once again on the 20 of Sean Deskins. Got Dustin Burkhart running in the 6th position, followed by Sean Rice in 7th. As laps click off here, heat race at number 3. Battle on the racetrack. It's between the 72 of Hernandez, hanging on to that 4th spot with Joe Shepner. And that 17 once again pulls right back up to the tail tank of the 72 off a turn at number 2. It will be Hernandez by about car length now over Shepner. Shepner trying to drive it in deep. Now lost it off of turn number 4. Well, that car was going to whip around underneath the 72 of Hernandez. Hernandez still hangs on to that 4th spot. The white flag will be displayed this time for Bruce St. James. Oh, that actually looks like a mistake up here. As timing scoring having a little issue, so they will become the white flag now. With Bruce St. James out front. He has about a 10-car length advantage over Stevie Sussex. Definitely one to watch here tonight. That 7K. Bruce St. James, of course, last night's main event winner, Stevie Sussex. As they race off a turn at number 2. St. James just leaving that left front at home. This 7K radio flyer off of turn number 4. Sees a checker flag in the air. He'll win heat race number 3. Stevie Sussex, Sean Deskins will come in 3rd, followed by A.J. Hernandez and Joe Shepner. Rounds out your top 5 here in heat race number 3 for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series.